And then sometimes I'll hear something and my face does this, which there is a photo of. You know what else was caught? My Snoopy laugh. Like I'm a dolphin. Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, then send us an email to twndpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446. We'll always be laughing here. It's our favorite way to cope. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend, and leave us a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And we thank you for coming this week. Like through the actual
outer
headphones.
shell. And that's the show.
And that's the show. Welcome back to the show. This is the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast. And you know who the I am. I'm Molly Stewart.
What's up? I'm Laura Contreras. Hi.
And we are.
We are.
We are. And it's nice to do that in the mornings sometimes because I don't do it very... What was that?
That was the coaster had probably a little bit of the smallest amount of coffee sticking to it.
I'm just going on my rant about how I like getting high in the morning anyway.
Ooh, I'm still high. I woke up high today. I took a couple indica edibles last night. They were 5 milligrams, so normally I would take a 10 anyway. So I said, I'm going to stack them, And then I woke up this morning early, and I was good. Went back to bed, set an alarm for 9 so that we could get going.
Love you.
And here I am.
Yes.
I kept falling back asleep. Words.
Oh my God. So last episode was very, very fun. I had a good time.
It was.
With Jeff Leach. I have a Polaroid things to add to the ever-growing wall. And we did actually have an email asking if we could do a photo tour of the Polaroid wall for Patreon.
I had an idea, and that's a great question. And I was going to see what you thought. Mm-hmm. What if we had like a small screen, like a small TV screen that actually filtered them behind us a little bit bigger, like a monitor.
Oh.
That filtered each one over and over like a like the one that you have in the kitchen.
Yeah. That would be cool.
But it just went through all these, so our fans or people that watch could be like also like behind us. It would be scrolling somehow.
That would be really cool.
I think that would be cool.
I don't know how to do that though.
And we just get like some sort of monitor. We'd have to take a picture of each one, obviously.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so many to go through. It's so funny because when you look at the wall, right? It's like sometimes when we do the podcast, I forget that like this is what we do also.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah, there's so many.
There's so many good ones. Like, and this is one of the first ones, that shoot that we did with Josh.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first times that you and I like went
out
somewhere on our own to like go do a shoot, and it was crazy. Yeah, we have Hawaii up on the wall. We have the Roach, Josh Potter. We have, let me see. Oh, there's a lot of AVN memories sprinkled in here.
Yeah.
For those who are new to the show, we did a booth at AVN in 2023.
2022.
2022. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's 2024.
Oh, 2023.
No, I'm saying like...
I know, so then that's when we had the booth.
It was in 2023?
Yeah.
That feels like 5 years ago, if I'm honest.
Trust me, I am on the same page as you. Like, I really think it does feel like a long time.
It has been. You just think about like how many different things like this one that we did in your kitchen.
Yeah.
When that was when we were kind of new with Liquid IV. And so we made like the if corn stars made ads.
Yeah.
And we ended up and I pretended to suck your dick.
That was so good. You got stuck in the oven.
Mm-hmm. We got Cruella DeVille all the way up there. I'm not sure that they could see that, but you're in a Dalmatian onesie doing the splits. David, remind me. I'll get a close-up photo of you and you can insert it here. Out of nowhere. First, you smoke a joint right there as a Dalmatian, and you're just blazing up. You look like Snoop Doggy Dogg. And then all of a sudden, you are in just, why don't you can't even call that downward dog. That's like broken dog.
That's called bad dog.
That's called bad dog. Don't you hate ads? They take away from the conversation. But you can go ad-free with us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. We create monthly photo sets, host Zoom chats for our dirtbag tiers, and even create short films. We have a wholesome pledge option if you want to show a little support, or dirtbag tier if you want to go all the way with us. We release episodes a day early for all tiers, and each episode is ad-free. So if you want to level up, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and show your support.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
I just put my pleasers on. I get real bad.
Woof woof. Bark. Walk 'em like a dog. I think one of the funny things about the shoot that we did in the alley and stuff too is that we had just met Josh, and there was the mural of the kid from the Goonies who does the truffle shuffle, and he had his shirt pulled up. I can't remember his name because I never.
Is it Corey Feldman?
I don't know, but he had his shirt pulled up like this, and out of nowhere I'm like, Josh, let's do this, and I flash in the alleyway so I can flash next to the mural, and he was so. Do you remember? He was like.
No, but
it's so funny.
I don't remember that. That was a fun day though. I just like going out into Vegas because sometimes we forget how much is out there. And like I feel like we stay in our own little bubble, our own little world. And that like you don't like hear about some of these places downtown. And it's like you discover them when you just go and walk around. I'm like, what?
Yes.
This is so cool.
Well, even shooting at Redwall, which we did recently, is just like, I don't really think about that being here. Just see it all over Instagram, and going there, we're just like, oh my God, there's so much cool stuff to do.
It was epic.
And I'm excited for it to be warm again because it's been terrible for going out, really.
I know. It's getting there, thank God. I mean, the sun's out there. It's on its way.
Oh, we have Bali. Bali was a trip. Oh my gosh. If you guys have never listened to the Bali episode,
here's a Bali one.
I like that we're just like reminiscing
There's
now. This
Josh
is the episode.
And David.
Oh yeah. David up there represent David.
Yeah, a lot of AVN on this side. Oh, I see a shoe pick up there. A ton of different shoes. I like that one.
That was our circle at AVN.
At AVN, yeah. I see you as a blue alien for Hardeen.
Oh yeah, that was wild. Did I ever we talked about it with Gabby, I think, that her dog was afraid of me when I was all blue.
Isn't that funny? Like,
yeah.
I guess there's some colors dogs really do see and some that they don't, right?
And I guess blue is like one of the colors that they're like, whoa. It's either that they do or that they don't. And so it's like, either way, it's fucked for the dog because that dog loved me. And now even still, that dog is afraid of me.
Or it just saw your eyeballs. Yeah. And it was like, what the fuck? And your teeth.
I'm just smiling at it like, hi. Can you imagine? It's just like the Cheshire cat.
Yeah, I picture
this dog's like, no. This dog's like, Gabby, don't let her come over here anymore.
I don't like that.
And I love dogs, and I'm just like terrified to screech. I'm like, what? Dogs love me. Like,
I picture like on? Like in Snapchat, and there's those filters that turn you like in your head into a lemon with eyeballs, and like it's like that. You just turn into like,
but just like in her home. It's not even like a lemon. It's just like, this is my safe place. And there's like floating eyeballs in a mouth. What if it eats me? Oh my God. That's so funny.
Or it's like some really, really like big Smurf, like a real life Smurf.
Big Smurfette. Oh my God. That's so funny. Fuck. Did you ever watch the Smurfs?
I did.
I always thought they were so weird.
Bizarre.
I didn't really get the Smurfs.
I watched the Smurfs. I watched Strawberry Shortcake. Wasn't that like a cartoon? My Little Pony. Freaking old school shit. You know. Oh, Berenstain Bears.
What was there was that whole Mandela effect. Is it Berenstein or is it Bernstein? Do you remember that?
I don't know.
I have to look it up now.
Out my nose.
Is it Berenstein or Berenstain?
Berenstain.
Many. Hang on.
The bees.
Yeah. So here's the fucked up thing: is everyone thinks it's the Berenstein Bears, but it's the Berenstain Bears.
Like a stain in your shoe. Or
yeah. Berenstain.
Berenstain Bears.
But everyone remembers it at
it's the Berenstain Bear.
Did you hear me just try to get out a word? Do you know what's funny is this was in my notes and I was thinking about it.
Berenstain Bears?
No.
Berenstain Bears.
No. I mean, I was thinking about that too. That is my Roman Empire is the Berenstain Bears. But no, me choking on that word just now made me think of when I did speech therapy in school. Did I ever tell you what I had to? What
did
we
you
had
have
to do?
A stutter or something?
Like a lisp.
A lisp.
That's why it's super easy for me to just fall back into a lisp. And I was like, "There's nothing wrong. Why do I have to go to speech therapy?" So.
Well, good job. You conquered
times.
that.
Well, I don't know if you just heard what I did, but I didn't quite conquer it. But it made me think of, we had to do tongue push-ups.
Can you tell me how to do that?
I wish I had Skittles right now. We should do it on a different episode because I was just happy because we got to have Skittles and you got a little reward. Maybe that's why I associate treats and sweets with rewards for myself.
Light bulb.
Fuck. I was talking about this the other night because I was like, because we got the donuts.
Yeah.
Remember? And I told
I
you.
ate 2 of those, by the way. I still have 1 left in the fridge. Hopefully it's still good.
You're better than me. They're all gone for me. They were gone within the same night. So here's the fun thing.
All you, though?
All me.
Okay. Sorry.
All me, baby.
It's okay. Look at you.
But
you can.
And I told you, because you were like, let's have one in the car. And I was like, no, because there's still more I have to do. And you're like, just have one. I was like, I can't because I need to complete all of these things that's on my list of things I need to do. And then I get a treat. I get a reward. And I guess this comes from tongue push-ups with Skittles because they would give us those little like Halloween things of Skittles, right?
Yeah, the small one.
And you would put it like on your tongue.
And push it up.
Mm-hmm. And you couldn't like, so it seems like that's a really big choking hazard if you think about it. But that was the thing.
Launching it back in you. Well, we cured the lisp, although she's dead now.
She is deceased, but you didn't want her anyway.
She'll never have a lisp again.
You can be certain that she will never, ever dare lisp again. She's fucking dead.
But you know that could really come in handy now as an adult.
It does when I'm eating snatch.
I was saying, like,
and sucking. Anyway.
Yeah. Getting around,
no,
you know.
I have a very dexterous tongue. But it made me think of like, because you would have to do like 10 to 15, like bottom to top, like holding like a Skittle or an M&M. I hated it when it was M&Ms because I fucking hate M&Ms. Skittles are dope.
Skittles are okay.
Sour Skittles are like those the mints, the Flint's mints. Like the amount that they make you salivate, like
I don't fuck with the sour Skittles. Really? They're too aggressively rocky, sugary on the outside for me.
I like to let it burn through my tongue.
It's like acid.
It is.
It's like battery acid on a Skittle.
I don't know how I'm not riddled with cavities, to be honest.
I mean, I just don't. It's just, aren't they so gritty?
Yeah.
I can't. Maybe it's.
It's like sour sand.
Might be a touch of the tism for me. The texture, you know?
It's a texture thing.
Yeah, it's like rock.
I don't know. I always loved like the sourest, like fry your mouth things.
I like the sour belts, but that's a different type of sugary coating.
Can we talk about Captain Crunch?
Yeah.
How do any of us have tongues left? How are we able to taste anything after dealing with Captain Crunch? I don't know if it's the same. I'm traumatized.
Well,
it tastes so good.
We should make some Captain Crunch bars with weed. Like instead of Rice Krispie.
Nice. Because then when your mouth is severely inflamed, the weed will cut it down. You won't feel it as much. It'll just have the good taste of Cappy Crunch. Because it tasted so good, but you eat a bowl of Captain Crunch and the roof of your mouth looks like a cat clawed it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Bleeding.
It's bleeding out. Like, you're just like, it's so good.
Do we do the oops all berries or just the regular, though?
The berries are pretty bomb. It's surprising how scratchy even the berries are, though. Do you know what I mean? Because there's other, like,
it's not
berries
just those square things that, like, rip you apart. It's the berries, too.
And Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. What about them? I like the marshmallows the most. Can they just make a marshmallow one?
Did you eat them just in one scoop, or how do you consume Lucky Charms, or did you?
Like, I didn't separate them. Is that what you're saying? No. Did you?
Daddy separated them. Not my dad. He didn't do that. I did it myself.
I would be very happy if I got a spoonful of marshmallows just by, like, random, though.
But see, here was my train of thought, is you could make that happen. It was your world. You could create whatever you wanted.
It's true.
Because I was like, who's going to stop me? It's all in the bowl. Eat all the shitty cereal first that tastes like cardboard. You separate that out. You have a little scoop. You drop that little marshmallow in there. And by the end, it's all marshmallow.
And pink milk.
Your treat after the success of eating all the gross cereal. I could have just eaten it together. I'm like, nah. Do it alone. I saw at Smith's the other day a bag of Lucky Charms, but it was just the marshmallows.
That's what I was asking. Like, do they do that? They do that?
I saw it at Smith's, and that's what made me think of Lucky Charms.
Do they do one with just the cereal? No, because
maybe
nobody
for people who hate themselves.
Nobody wants it. Yeah, they just want the marshmallows. But what if you bought one of each and mixed them together?
Instead of just buying a box of Lucky Charms.
I like to make my own mix.
You're like rationing it out like a shot. Like, you know, everybody likes their drink a certain way or something. You're like, I like this many marshmallows.
Yes.
I like this much cereal. Yes. You're changing it up based on your mood. That's actually not a bad idea.
I mean, because like, how many times do you get something that isn't like made properly, like a donut that didn't have enough sprinkles or whatever,
or no fucking moisture? Like, what is up with that? Like that one that we got from. Oh, I was so
the Donutique.
Donut bleak. It was fucking bleak. My entire night was fucking ruined.
She wrote me that night and was like,
my night is ruined.
Fuck that place. Never again.
Because I waited. It was my treat. Oh my God, I do this so often. Because that was one of the days. Remember I said, I have to do customs when I get home.
And you were like, I have to earn it. And I was like, fuck. I feel so bad because I ate mine on the way home.
I'm getting this donut and I'm getting to it at like 11 o'clock at night. And I was so excited. I had waited all day.
We went to a show.
I earned it, right? I earned it. And I got everything situated in the bed. I had the little TV playing. I had a little candle going. It was so nice. I was just going to like really enjoy my donut and probably masturbate afterwards. And I didn't. After the donut, let me tell you, because I wasn't in the fucking mood. Because it's like, it's a pumpkin cheesecake donut. It was trash.
It was pumpkin cheesecake?
Yeah.
But it was dry?
Dry. The only moist part was the little bit of filling. Now, when you have a filled donut, you need it filled end to end. You need to see the filling coming out of the other side.
Yeah, the goo has to come through.
Because this is how much goo was in the middle of a donut that encircled like this. That much goo. So it was dry ick on the outside, and then a tiny little bit of like partially hardened pumpkin cheesecake filling. It was terrible. I didn't even finish it.
Thumbs down.
I've never not finished a fucking donut. My dad used to get me donuts for my birthday. They were like this big.
Yeah.
It was like my breakfast donut. I would eat the whole thing.
Was it like the Simpsons one?
Yeah, like a big but like giant glazed, and he would be like, they would do like happy birthday and icing like on the thing, and it was like the tradition, and I would eat that whole fucking thing. I'm bigger now. I can fit more donuts inside of me. For me to not finish a donut should tell you how trash a fucking donut is. So don't go there unless you want to be disappointed.
So I have one donut left. And if I were to put it like in the microwave for like 10 seconds, do you think that would be good? Because I kept it in the fridge. Or would I just like take it out and let it thaw out?
I would probably just let it sit on the
microwave
counter. Because that's usually what I do. Even sometimes I'll get those little cookie dough scoops from Cinnaholic. I have a problem.
It's the s'mores one, though. Like, wouldn't it be good a little bit warm?
Probably. But I would, before you microwave it at all, I would still let it sit out a bit because it can make it like more tough if you're going to microwave it while it's cool. So if you just let it get to like room temp, like leave it out for a little bit and then toss it in, I would do like 5-second increments.
Okay.
Because
so does it get chewy?
If you do it too much at once, chewy, or like the inside gets gross and then not as good. So if you do it a little bit at a time, I've got a whole method for reheating sweets.
That's why I asked, because I was like, when I touched it this morning, I was going to eat it and I was like, well, maybe later, because like I touched it, it felt hard, but it was in a Ziploc bag, so I know there's no like, dryness there, but I know. I'm excited.
Trader Joe's has these ones, like you get them, they're like that sour cream like glaze, like old fashioned type.
They have them?
By the way, the audacity of that man to not know what a sour cream donut was when he works at a donut place.
Well, I didn't know what it was either.
But he looked at me like I was crazy.
He said sour cream?
Yeah. That's how they make it. That's why it's a little tangy. That's why it's a little tangy.
There's sour cream in there?
Yeah. Unless you're not making it right, but it tastes like they make it right.
It should be with sour cream. I like those too. They're just like something about them, and you could just like rip them apart, like dip them in your coffee.
Oh, and they're so dense. I think that's why I really like it. It's so good. You know what else I like that's dense?
Hello, my baby. Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, yes. So Jeff named Ernest, but he said Ernest Hemingway, and that's just far too close for comfort. So we think Ernest Hemingway is better. Jeff let us know, but we also don't care because it's our show. But thank you for naming a cock.
That was so great. And I love his bow tie. He's so dapper.
He's very dapper. I need to like position him so he doesn't look like he's coming out of my crotch, but maybe only going into it. Just kidding. He has eyeballs. I'm not going to put that in me. Fuck.
And I like the little eyelashes too. What detail?
That would poke you so much.
If it went in, yeah. Ow. Cute little guy.
Oh, I also... Did we talk about Glory Ghost?
I don't remember if we talked about... We've talked about it, but I don't know if we talked about it on the pod.
Okay. So I think maybe we'll wait for Glory Ghost until we actually film it. Oh.
You said we had an email?
Yes. Well, the email was about the Polaroid wall. We probably have more emails too. But I just lost my train. Oh, so I wanted to do a shout out to everyone who is on Patreon, even the freebies, because that's the only way that you can listen to an audio feed at the moment is through Patreon. So thank you for subscribing. We appreciate it.
We love you.
But we are at 30 paid subscribers.
What?
So thank you all so much, which means we are only 15 subscribers paid away from me eating fruit by the foot off of Laura's foot. So it's really fruit off the foot, if you think about it.
I'm so sorry if this happens.
I'm not sorry, because we came up with a good idea before the pod. I don't want to give anything away, but it will be a production, I think. It will be our next production.
It's going to be hilarious. I mean, we have some ideas.
We always have ideas. I need to get back into flow state.
I thought you were going to say I need to get my flow back kind of thing. Like, but I was thinking like period. I was like,
no, I don't want that.
Like, why would you wish that?
I wish I could skip it forever. And I guess someday that will be a reality, but I'll be too like old to care.
You'll be like, I wish we could have it back.
Yeah. Please, some moisture. My lips are so eager, but damn, are they dry. I need that 50-gallon drum of lube off of Amazon and just like dip me in and
the podcast lube.
We do need to create podcast lube.
That would be
not
awesome.
Dirty lube. It's still such a good idea.
I love it.
And we could have like cute little like color, like the color vibe on it.
And then it would be at every sex store.
Have you seen that lube that's like in a glass growler, like the big tumbler? It's like pure or something like that. It looks really cool, and that would be a good.
It's like the holy grail of lubes.
Do you know what would be cool is to make like a jeweled
butt plug filled with lube? Come on.
That's not what I was thinking of, but yes.
Wouldn't that be perfect? Because then you could just, and then use it.
Yeah, that would be great. Just like squirt it out. Well, I would worry about like the friction like going in. You're just like constantly pumping out lube. Like your butt is just like squirting lube everywhere. Like in theory, yes, but in practice.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Usually this is on silent.
Who is it?
Adios. It's one of those unknown name, scam likelies.
Should we call? No. Should we answer?
Fuck that. It's always like, this is for your, what is it? Like your insurance.
Warranty.
Yeah, your extended warranty.
That made me think of, was it this shoot where I answered your phone at Photo Bang Bang? And I started placing a food order with this scam caller.
It was like all intense.
And it went for like 5 or 10 minutes.
And they talked to you for a while.
They talked for a while, and I still never knew what they were calling about. I was like, is this Starbucks?
Yeah.
Or McDonald's or something?
But they sounded high.
They did sound high.
What?
Maybe it was your Lyft driver.
Lift your skirt. God, that was so creepy.
So creepy.
Oh, should we talk about the coffee incident where we ordered from Uber Eats? Have you guys ever ordered Uber Eats? Call in and let us know if this has happened to you, where you have been waiting, and then they keep changing drivers on you.
And you get priority delivery because you have a fucking shoot to get to.
Yeah, and tipped well. It's not like we didn't tip.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's like a half a mile delivery. So it's like, okay, we're going to tip you. But
because please just get it here. We have to fucking go. And we ordered it so far in advance.
Like an hour before we had to leave.
I feel like it's been this way so many times. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you this. On that note of like Uber drivers and DoorDash, like I don't know what is going on lately, but I was so excited because I ordered food. It was my late night dinner, like I always fucking do. And I was ordering it for my man because he was getting home late from work. We were going to have this nice little feast, I'm tracking this guy coming because I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm like following his progress on the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, he is almost here. I kid you not. I see him pull up on the map in front of the house. And I wait. I'm like, oh, he's delivering it very quietly. That's awesome. Because in the notes it says, no doorbell, 3 dogs, that kind of thing. They go fucking ape. And so I see him like out there. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'll come out and the food will be at the door because that is where I say to leave it. I open the door, no food. It's like, that is very strange. And then I go to my phone and it says the driver has had an unexpected issue and had to cancel your order. I'm like, you were in front of my house.
What
was the unexpected issue that you had with leaving the food on the fucking doorstep? Leave it on the fucking sidewalk. You didn't. I checked. I was like, maybe they're super lazy and they just left it in the driveway or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe they just dashed and ran. But
they
no.
must have shit themselves.
I don't give a fuck. I tipped you like $18. I don't care if you shit your pants. That is not my problem.
Up.
You should have prepared for that. I'm always prepared to shit my pants. It's never even happened, but I'm fucking prepared for it, okay? I keep underwear in the car.
She does, and she keeps wipes.
I do keep wipes. I keep wipes in the car. I'm always prepared to shit my pants, even though I've never done so. If you are in front of the fucking house, there's not an emergency that I can fucking think of, except that you got hungry, you wanted my fucking food, and you had an issue. And why the fuck even come to my house then? Just cancel it after you pick up the order. Like, what are we fucking doing? What are we doing?
So yeah, and then we had to pick up our own coffee that day. So we just we're like, okay, we're gonna be late to our shoot or your shoot, and it's like we're gonna freaking go pick it up on the way. Then I get inside the cafe. They're like, oh, we gotta steam the milk.
Yeah.
An hour later.
It's like, oh, so you waited until the last possible second. It's like that way with so much shit like that. I'm just like, what are we doing? I went and I had to go to the bathroom like in a grocery store. I just like drank a shitload of coffee. I'm like, I gotta pee.
You're like my grandma.
I am.
Laura.
Yes? My lips are so dry.
What happened?
I don't know, but I think if you kiss me, it will help.
No!
Well, in lieu of that, I guess I might go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that I purchase. And luckily, I did, because joining us today, we have sugar-free white grape from Liquid IV. If you've never tried Liquid IV before, Laura, do you want to tell them a little bit about what they can find inside one stick of Liquid IV?
Well, one stick of Liquid IV contains all the vitamins and nutrients that you need to really be hydrated, and it has all the B's.
Vitamin B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C, which are very, very good for your hydration station, which is your body.
Yes.
So if you think that you might be dehydrated, you probably are. If you're seeing this right now or hearing this, you are probably dehydrated, because a lot of people are. And I like to start my morning, every morning, with one stick of Liquid IV, dissolved in 16 to 18 ounces of water. I just put it in my little tumbler, take it out on my day, and I have it before I even start coffee in the morning.
It's the best. And then this is the sugar-free one. Oh, yeah. They're so good. They're all so good.
My personal favorite is white peach. I'm just currently out of white peach because I drank it all. So, but we love Liquid IV, and if you guys want to give it a try, these are perfect for a stocking stuffer, I would think, for the ho-ho holidays, or any time of year, really. I guess you could really have a stocking any time of year, but right now it's Christmas, so consider it in your gift purchases. You can go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Help the pod, help your hydration, or the hydration of your loved ones. Do you not care about the hydration of the people that you love?
Yes.
Do you want them to walk around all winter with chapped lips?
No.
Depression? Sadness? Those things can come from being dehydrated and just all walks of life, but something that will put a smile on their face is a pack of Liquid IV. So go to liquidiv.com, use code TWND, save 15% on everything that you purchase, and get free shipping. Thank you, Liquid IV, and back to the freaking show.
Ooh.
I try to be more like her every day. So I go, and there's a code on the bathroom. And I'm like, motherfucker. But here was the fun part.
Oh, no.
I go towards it, and this lady comes out of it. She comes out of the bathroom. So I'm like, cool, she can hold the door. She looks at me and lets it shut. And then she goes, oh, did you? I was like, yeah, can you just give me the code? She's like, I don't know it. I was like, you were just in there. How the fuck did you not know? Unless someone else let you in, and then you couldn't have the courtesy to do the same fucking thing to me?
No.
What the fuck? So I'm about to pee my pants. I'm like, oh my God. So I go around.
The audacity.
I go check at the pharmacy. There's no one at the pharmacy. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like going around the aisles. No one works there. And the fucking self-checkouts don't have the bathroom codes. They can't fucking tell you. Where are people? There's so many people in the store. Where are people who work at the store to give you the code for the fucking bathroom? If you're going to have a bathroom that has a code, then you should have someone who's like the code person. And they're nearby pretending they're stocking a shelf. I don't fucking know, but you should know the fucking code. Like, what?
Or they're going to be mopping up piss on aisle 5. Like, all the time.
Seriously.
Keep that shit unlocked.
I don't understand. What the fuck?
And like, why? Shame on that lady to not just making eye contact with you and letting
the eye contact was like the biggest thing, because I'm like, you see me, I'm like, it was like the fucking flight attendant again, where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some nuts, I'm gonna get my little treats or whatever the fuck it is, give me some pretzies, and she's just like, I thought you were asleep. So I'm like, I'm not dressed in like the attire. Like, I don't
thought you were
work
asleep
here.
with your eyes open. She thought you were tired.
I always make eye contact when I'm exhausted.
I always have that look of wanting something when I'm tired. Like, the treats.
Oh, I can't wait to have a snack. That's how I feel when I'm asleep. Although we were chatting about this earlier, but it made me laugh because shout out to DJ. What's the Instagram again? It's
DJ the Jemmy.
Something. It's some Jetlag Media, jetlag.media.
Yeah.
I think, who took BTS photos of our
amazing
episode
BTS.
with Jeff.
Jetlag.media. And shout out.
What was so fucking funny was that your photos, you're all like so expressive and like you're smiling. Like you have like one smiling right to the camera. I was like, oh my God, Laura looks so pretty. And then there's this thing that I do because I overthink my face a lot because I'm like, I want to show this person that I don't know this person. So we have no repertoire. Okay. So I want to really show that I'm engaged in what they're saying. So I make my face do what I think is an I'm interested and here and aware face. I just look like a cunt. Like I look confused. I look deadpan. I'm like, this is my concentrating on what you're saying face. I am totally invested in this conversation. And then sometimes I'll hear something and my face does this, which there is a photo of. You know what else was caught? My Snoopy laugh. Like I'm a fucking dolphin.
I love them all.
And it made me laugh so much because I was like, I really
My
need to
throat
maybe...
hurts from laughing so hard.
I maybe need to not overthink my face so much because
that's how I end up like having these crazy photos of me just laughing like hysterically. I didn't even know what we were talking about. I wish I knew what we were talking about.
We know what we were talking about at this point when we're all doing this number.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Very fun.
Fuck.
Good,
so fun.
Good conversations. A lot of phallic jokes.
So much dick talk. It's normally more of a butthole show. You know what I mean?
It usually is.
We've been on a foot kick lately.
With our Ava Divine pillow here.
Ava Divine. I wonder how she's doing.
We love her.
It was great.
We gotta have her back.
We should now that we have the big comfy
couch. Come back,
couch.
Ava.
Shout out Ava Divine and your glorious booty hole.
Your glory hole.
I wonder if I wonder. She probably has. I mean, maybe not, but like glory hole style porn. I can just imagine doing porn as long as she has it. She's done like some sort of, because like even though it's staged, it's like that's a thing in porn, right?
Yeah.
Or you get like the ones that always crack me up is like the stuck ones, like because no one's ever stuck. Like
yeah,
no one's ever stuck.
It's
that
just
much.
part of the like script.
And if you are stuck, right? My first thought isn't, damn, I want to get fucked where I can't move. Because I move a lot. Like, I don't know if you've seen me speak with my hands.
Yeah.
But I'm like that during sex, but with my vagina.
So it's just all over the place?
Yeah. I'm like, now we're going this way. And I did this thing the other day where I was like that. Like, I was like, like a
froggy?
Like a wallaby.
Yeah. I call that froggy.
I was wallabumping.
Wallabumping. So let's talk about the dirt bags. Like when we kind of went off with the foot by the foot. Yeah. So we're like 15 away from 55. We got to shout out our peeps, dude.
25. I said 15. It's 30. 55 subscribers.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
My bad.
So we're at 25 subscribers?
I don't know math. No. Like we're at 30.
Yeah.
So we need 25 more.
Yeah.
I was saying 15, so I apologize. But 25 more,
Woo.
Which I think is very doable. And we thank you for your support because the people that turned up when we got taken down, I was like surprised so many people actually listened.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, we knew people were listening. We just didn't know who you were. We were like, they're obviously out there, and we're bummed that we're not available on every platform like we were before, but
we are, as long as you plug us in and share us with a friend.
Yep,
you can plug into us.
Plug it in
anywhere you want. Plug in to us. The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty Podcast. No, but and if you are watching on YouTube, we highly suggest that you check out patreon.com/TWND podcast. There is paid tiers which have like ad-free, behind the scenes, monthly like photo or video, Zoom chats, all that kind of fun stuff day early. But you can also just join us for free on Patreon and you still get the RSS link that you can plug in anywhere you go.
And are you talking about the new thing that you're going to start doing?
Oh, yes.
So that might be something you guys want to check out, if you know what I mean.
Yes. So for our dirtbag tier, I'm hoping to start this in April. I have to plan a day to do this. But I'm going to be starting a new segment once a month. It'll be called Thought Takes instead of Hot Takes. So we've shot a little bit of promo for it. We've gotten some submissions already that I have to go through. So it's basically just me ranting. Now, if you've never seen me on a live stream before, that's apparently one of people's favorite things about it, besides my tits and pussy, is the rants. And so people like me to rant about things. So if you want to hear my opinion on a news story, some situation in your life, like one of your pet peeves, like anything that you can think of, I can rant about it. And I can make at least a 15 to 20 minute episode. So so that will be available coming soon for Dirtbag tier. And thank you for those who have submitted already. And if you want to submit anything to the show, whether it's thought takes, guys come to the darndest things, or just questions for us or stories to share, news, anything like that, TWND podcast at gmail.com. And you can call and leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446.
Woo!
So I'm very excited because I think we have a lot of fun things coming up. We have like now a whole production to work for for the Fruit by the Foot.
Well, we have so much fun when we do these things anyways. It's always just like, a hoot. And if you guys are on our Patreon, you saw the Chinese lantern boxes that
well, actually, maybe by the time this comes out, they will, but I have it scheduled to post.
But photos. You've seen photos, the sneak peek. So get ready for that. And that was really fun. So, like, just doing stuff like that together is always... It's always a good old time.
Yeah, and we have a fun shoot coming up, a little outdoor action. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
I'm excited. And it doesn't look like a crazy hiking like the last time that we were doing it and unprepared. But we should probably bring shoes anyway because you just never know.
I'm not wearing sandals.
No.
Or whatever. I think I wore some Adidas sneakers that had no grip, and I was slipping around and
sliding.
So I'll make sure I'm a little bit more prepared for this one.
Yeah, well, I was in not hiking shoes either.
We both weren't. Yeah. But it's so funny how much she can get up and through the whole canyon easily. She's like, follow me, and I'm like, whoa, where are we going?
We're going off on an adventure. We're going treasure hunting. She's just off. She's like a little mountain goat, just fucking going.
And she remembers all her spots so well. She'll be like, oh, there's this one area with a little bit of water and blah blah blah. And I'm like, how do you remember each little hike?
Yeah, no, she must shoot there a lot, but it's always going to be fun to do that. And then do you have anything in your notes also?
I know I put Ernest Cummingway.
Yeah, because I know we just haven't done we haven't done a just us in a minute. So I figure we always have random things.
I do have some ideas. So I guess for I had this in my notes. How would you feel about having a musical guest or a band once a month on our show, maybe? Because Carlo's tied with the music industry. And we don't have to always, I know for podcast purposes, you don't want everyone and anyone just to come into your own safe space. You know what I mean? So it could be done in an office setting somewhere else remotely, or we interview them through Zoom or whatever. But local bands or any sort of bands once a month, and then they can do some sort of pre-recorded music video type of thing to promote their music. So remember back in the day Beavis and Butthead? And there would be the comedy. And then there would be a little break in a music video. Yeah. And then come back to the pod.
That'd be cool.
And then you introduce the person. I think that might be fun. Yeah. If you guys think that's a good idea, write in and let us know. That's just going to be maybe another little segment that we can bring to you guys. I think it's just good for us and good for whoever is in the industry trying to promote themselves. So.
Yeah, I'm down because I always it's fun to talk to people who aren't just porn. And I know comedy is a big thing for me, but music is also more your thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know that much about music. I just know lyrics of things. So I'm always down to
it might be fun for
meet
us.
new people. Yeah.
And then I was thinking just tying it in that old school Beavis and Butthead way. We're pretty much that raunchy girl crew, that we're talking about anything and everything already. We're wholesome. And so we want to bring you some, new and exciting things like that, maybe. So whenever we're ready to start that, I think we have a band who is interested. So
Yeah.
I don't know who it is exactly, and
They can hit up the pod email and we could schedule. That'd be really fun. I think that'd be sick.
Even if it's not once a month, maybe it's every other month. We don't know. We'll figure it out. So that might be fun.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
And then besides that, Ernest Cummingway. That's all of my notes for pod.
No, that would be super fun to have like a musical guest. And we also have to, now that it's going to be warmer out, I think that we should start planning our music video.
Yes.
And I would like to do that before I go back to Australia later this year.
Let's do it.
So that would be really
that would be so much fun for us.
I have so many notes about that. Like, let me see if I can actually find this, because every time I have a random idea,
you guys aren't ready for this. What type of production we are prepared to put in for this?
There's a lot that will go into this.
Wouldn't it be fun to do some of it at Redwall too?
Yes, and for part of that, I was thinking that when we were at Redwall. So we have all like the Ken stuff, right?
Yeah.
I want to bring Barbie and Ken back in to the music video, because it's like we have this stuff, right? So
I guys saved the costume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because we have it all.
I almost got rid of it.
We can bring it back in for like because you want different vibes, right? So I was thinking one could be like this cool like disco glitter, like we're super like glittery whatever, and like this kind of vibrant colors.
Bitch.
And we want to do the roller rink bit.
Yes.
So we'll have a roller rink segment. So you do like all the lyrics and stuff with all these costumes, so they can all be cut together.
Okay.
And then we can do one that's like the cutesy bubbly, but it's like Ken and Barbie, and then have it also set to like a dark Redwall studio type thing of Ken, like Ken.
With, like in the AI.
Yeah, so we have the cute like Ken bathing suit or whatever one. So that's like and then there's like a metal. Like,
yes, I want to do that, and I'm gonna get the pink sparkly cowgirl outfit that was Barbie instead of doing the dress, because that's like another vibe.
Yeah.
I love that outfit.
That'd be a super vibe.
And then it would be like music video.
So then it's fun to like tie all this stuff in together. We could do a bit where like
Ernest
is in it.
We'll get him one wheel and roll him in.
Mm-hmm. The disco thing, I thought we could incorporate lava lamp.
Yes.
Because that's always something that we talk about. So I think that there's just so many cool ideas to be had out of that. So I'm excited to start.
Get ready.
Game planning. Oh my God.
And then we have to like finish writing it all, right? Like...
Yeah, it's kind of like in the rough draft, but it's like mostly done. It's just like we'll have to.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm so excited. So I think that will be the next, I guess, big thing that we work on.
I'm gonna find out what kind of program we need to like record it.
It would be fun. I don't know if we can, but it'd be fun to try to get it for the 3-year, because that's in July.
Well,
I think it's like it was in July.
I think it was June or July. It was
July
whenever it was super hot.
Yeah, it was July or August, something like that.
Oh, and we got the AC on the boat working. So if we ever do anything on the boat again, just so you know, there will be AC in the summer months, and they're doing new flooring this week. So we're gonna have like a whole new like vibe in there. I'm really excited. So
and then you can get the boat rocking.
Oh,
spend nights at the boat.
Yeah. Rocking and rolling, baby.
Oh, do you want to talk about how long you have not been drinking alcohol?
60-something days.
And
70
the
days.
results that you are feeling and everybody's seeing?
People are like, holy shit. Like, okay, so I host karaoke now. Well, I have been for a few months, but so I only see these people maybe once a month, twice a month, whenever I host. Mm-hmm. And like the regulars that come, we're all like, you have lost so much weight.
You have.
Or like people that are like, I see on the daily, like they're like, whoa, like you look great. Like, do you feel it? And I'm like, well, I feel it, but I don't, because I'm still eating whatever I want. Yeah. So there's days where I feel bloated, right? Yeah. And like, I'm not like on a diet. And I mean, I try to do very like light workouts at home. I'm not like going crazy or anything, but you know, and I just feel like my clothes are fitting better, which is the best part.
I was saying this outfit, I was saying when you got here today, because like she's worn this outfit basically or something similar so many times, and that skirt for sure. And her waist is all fucking snatched in and stuff. And I've been seeing it like every time that, because we haven't been shooting as much this year because we've been so busy with shit.
Yeah. And so every time you see me too, you see the difference. And that's the thing. I'm like, because I see myself every day. You don't see it as much. And then so I'm just like, okay, well, thanks. I feel good.
It's good.
I feel better. And I'm just like, okay, so yeah, it's been like, I don't know, a long time, which is good.
That's awesome. Y'all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Kawaii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Kawaii Lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Kawaii Lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you. And you were mentioning too, because I remember when you told me that you were not gonna. You're like, I'm gonna have a drink on my birthday though, and then you didn't because you ended up being like you weren't feeling it, and you were starting to feel sick around that point, I think, or getting over it or whatever. Yeah, it was something on the cusp of that. Yeah, and then you just didn't, and like
I just kept going. Yeah, I when I went on this 3-month cleanse in my mind, I was like, but my birthday doesn't count because my birthday is a holiday, and I was like, that's such a stupid thing to say, like, oh, it's my birthday, I'm gonna drink. Like, it's like kind of like, well, okay, cool, then whatever,
because I could just smoke and be happier.
And so I just like didn't. And then like I said, I don't know, like, if in April I'm gonna like go and like have a drink to celebrate that I did 3 months. I don't know. I won't know until I'm there. And for now, I'm happy. Whatever. We're good. So, and the cool thing is that, even just taking the alcohol out, not even changing the diet, the weight just falls off. So if anyone out there is thinking, how do you do it? Just cut it out. Alcohol turns into so much sugar. Like, it ends up just adding so many empty calories on top of what you're already eating. So it's just an easy way to like slim down naturally if you want. You know what I mean? Not put in too much effort.
And if you just drink regularly, even not like a lot, there's just a lot of bloat that your body holds.
Yeah, your skin swells. Yeah, your
like,
face swells.
And my biggest thing, even that's what I was saying, even your face looks like
slimmer.
Yeah.
Longer.
And that was the thing I noticed when I first quit drinking, is that's where I noticed it first, was that like my face wasn't round and all of a sudden I had like a jawline and shit. And I was like, yo.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, that's good. I like that. I'm feeling better. And so it's just like a reminder that like, like good habits do take time. It's not just like 1 month and you're good, I'm like, this has almost been 3 months. So
yeah. And I remember like so many times that I tried to quit drinking, I would be like, after a month, I'd be like, I did it, a month. Yeah. And then like I would do it again, and then like even more, and then I'd like feel shittier and be like, well, now I'll do like a longer, and then like I have to do this with vaping, and I'm really trying to like do it less and not just buy one every time I instantly run out and be like, I have to go to the store. Like, that's so unhealthy. But it's like, I
still like an idea of you having a tool belt just filled with different vapes.
Let's be honest, it's like only this one.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them though.
Yeah. Well, there always is like somewhere around. I'm like
backup.
So I've been trying to like be better about it, but it's so hard, and nicotine is so fucking addictive. I've been addicted to it for far too long.
Oh, that was another thing. Remember how I told you like Carlo was sick for so long? I think he was actually like getting everything out of his lungs from when he was vaping. Because he wasn't like sick, but he still had like a lot of like stuff and mucus in his chest that he would like constantly be coughing up. And I'm like, you're still coughing up shit? He's like, yeah, like, and it would be like, like grayish, greenish, dark colored phlegm. And I'm like, I wonder if that's just like from all the like nicotine that you're detoxing from. Yeah. Because it was just like probably in there for so long. Yeah. He vaped for a long time, and then he smoked cigarettes for a while, and it's like,
does he still smoke cigarettes? Yeah, so that's like my problem is like I'll do the thing, and I've it's the same thing with drinking, and I have to remind myself of that, but it is so hard because it's just like I get stressed. Yeah. And then it's just like that's the instant thing. So
but there's
like
nothing really to replace that.
Yeah, there's like the little breathing stick, and that.
But that doesn't. Only goes so it's far. Like only in your head though. Like that's just tricking your mind. Like for me, like with drinking, like I like to have a I liked drinking because I enjoy the sipping. I enjoy the flavor. I like certain cocktails, and it was like a treat, right? But like when I stopped drinking, I still needed that treat, so I started making mocktails. And shout out to Seedlip. That's like my favorite company, like of like a mocktail type of company. Cool. They make really nice, like kind of like a elixir. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's usually just like a bunch of like citrusy like ingredients. There's no sugar in it at all. There's no like carbs, which is good. But I take that in place of like my whatever I would drink, vodka, gin, whatever I was feeling. Put that like 2 ounces of that and put some like that Zivia ginger ale, which I love. And then a little pineapple juice. Yeah. And you got your little mocktail and you're feeling all types of fancy. So
I wish that more places, like, because in Bali that was such a thing. Like, it was everywhere you could get mocktails. And it's even, I've even found a lot in Australia. But here, maybe it's because it's especially because it's Vegas, but there's like, that's not an option. And half the time, if you ask someone to make something that's very simple, that's just like your version of mocktail, they just like, they don't want to. And they'll make that apparent like in their face or whatever. Yeah. But I've also noticed, like, since quitting drinking, because, you know, I used to go out to like maybe a nice restaurant, get a couple glasses of wine or like a whatever, you know, and going out to like a nice restaurant now, we'll be going out and neither me or my man drink. Yeah. Like, it's not like he's like, oh, I'm sober because I have to be. He just, we work out all the time. Drinking is not conducive to like getting up every day and wanting to work out. So, but it'll be this thing where they'll ask, that's the first question they ask is like, would you like anything to drink besides water? Yeah. And it's always for me just like sparkling water and we're good. Yeah. And you will get looks. You will get people like just, they don't come check on you. It's like, it's like,
the service goes away.
Yeah. It's like, we're assuming that because you're not drinking, you're either not going to spend as much. Like, so that's already bad.
Which is a good thing.
Or that you like won't tip well. Is a thing. Like, I also feel like I'm like, the only reason I wouldn't tip well is if you literally take like 30 minutes to refresh a water like,
and abandon us.
Yeah,
literally,
because we're not drinking. It's like, it's, you know, it's just this weird thing that I've noticed with.
We'll sit at the bar and not drink.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Who
like
cares?
Just because like we want that service. And like there's a really good steakhouse by us, and we love going there. And we'll just go sit at the bar and order a Pellegrino. You know, and like I know what you mean. Like they kind of just get like, oh well, it's gonna be a smaller check probably.
Yeah,
but it's like, never really like the fact that we're not gonna tip. It's just, well, some people aren't drinking.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like drinking is such a big like culture thing, and I just and I was part of it. I mean I get it, but it's not looked at like a problem, but I feel like on a pretty big scale it is.
So it'd be cooler if there was more places that like offered mocktails, instead of like a bar. Yeah, because there's so many bars out there. Like the world's full of them. Maybe make something a little different.
Or even if like if you're at the bar, right? Like maybe there are people who just don't drink or don't want to drink. Yeah, and there are people who are drinking or whatever. It's like just having that option. Yeah, would be super cool because it's like it doesn't really take. It's literally like a less step than a drink because you don't have to add alcohol. It's one less step. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of strange that that's like so pushed.
I think True Food does a good job about making mocktails too.
They do have good ones.
Really good ones. So if you guys are wanting to try some, Lazy Dog does too.
Well, that one the other night was like a coconutty mint type thing. I was like, ooh, that's good.
That sounds good. Now I'm getting hungry. All this mocktown food talk.
I know, I'm hungry too. So, and if you guys are hungry for more, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and join our Dirtbag tier where you get access to everything. And on that note too, before we end, I want to do a little shout out read of all of our Dirtbag members. And this is not our discount Dirtbags. I'm sorry, but the list is already pretty long. So if you would like a shout out, we're going to start doing these for our top Dirtbag tier. So it's our $15 tier. So we want to thank you for supporting us.
Thank you guys.
And there are quite a few. So let me give a little shout out. So we have Andrew,
Dale,
David,
Shane,
Owen,
Gus,
Hawkeye,
Haley,
John K,
John S,
Meredith,
Olivia,
Richard,
Rick,
and Dwayne.
Trey.
So thank you all to our top tier dirtbags. We
Thank
appreciate you
you.
so very much. Thank you for helping keep the show going and supporting all of the creative stuff that we do on the Patreon, because Patreon is...
Oh!
The camera says it's time to go.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening once again. Follow us on Instagram and X at TWND Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at ThisRedheadIsSFW.
And you can follow me at Wham Glam Artistry.
So thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with a friend, and write into the podcast, TWNDpodcast@gmail.com. And we will see you Monday.
Come.
The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is presented by TWND Productions, created and hosted by Molly Stewart, co-hosted by Laura Contreras, and produced by David Warne.